everyone, Fifth Bridge Sports here. We're back with a special video. We got to talk about the Chicago Bulls and the Golden State Warriors as we think they're the most entertaining teams to watch in the season so far. We got some talking points. I hope you enjoy it. Starting with the coaches, we got Billy Donovan for the Bulls and Steve Kerr for the Warriors. Billy Donovan, he doesn't have the biggest career as a player nor as a coach, but he got to coach Chris Paul, Paul George, Kevin Durant, and Westbrook, and we all know how those players turn out to be. He got to coach them in their younger years and almost very recently, for Chris Paul at least. For this reason, I think he has ability to coach young talent, which are the Bulls are full of right now. We'll see in a second. Um, he was also he was also awarded with 2020 co-coach of the year, which I think is quite impressive for Billy Donovan with the opportunity he has on hand. Now moving on to Steve Kerr, he is one of my favorite coaches of all time. He played with MJ and he was coached by Phil Jackson. I think that just speaks a lot to him as a coach and as a basketball person, not even as a player, but as a basketball person. You know he has quality there. He's won 3 rings as a coach with the Warriors and 5 as a player, so he knows what it takes to stay up there, stay up at a winning pace. Moreover, I think the reason the Warriors are doing so good right now is because they have chemistry. Steve Kerr has been with the Warriors for as long as I can remember, and he knows the team. He knows how to work the team. Now let's move on to their entertainment factors.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, both of the coaches are really elite coaches. And I just was thinking here. I don't know why we're talking about the most entertaining teams, and the first slide we threw in was the coaches of the teams. But
It makes sense.
They are the reason they're fun to
Don't
watch.
worry about it.
no, that's all right. But yeah, I hope your viewers entertained it and haven't clicked off the video already after us talking about the coaches. But yeah, but both of the teams are quite entertaining to watch for sure. The Bulls have a really interesting lineup. They have Lonzo Ball at the point guard. He's always a fun player to watch. Really gets the ball moving when it's in his hands. They have Zach LaVine, high flyer, DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic. They really have just tons of different star players on that team. All of them are really clicking well together. The GOAT himself, Alex Caruso. I mean, he's worth clicking onto a Bulls game alone for. You never know when he's going to throw down like a mean poster. Like, I mean, we all love Caruso. But yeah, just the way they play as a team and really move the ball and are a team who just competes on every side of the floor. It's a team who's been fun to watch this year and has been really competitive and getting lots of wins in the column too. The Warriors, I think, to me personally, so much of their entertainment factors come from Stephen Curry. He's just a player who just awes you every time you tune in to watch one of his games. Just the way he is hitting some of those shots where you're just like, how did that go in? Andrew Wiggins himself has been pretty good this season too. He's been someone who I've enjoyed watching, and he's put up some games where he's just been really going off and surprising. Klay Thompson's another interesting factor. He's coming back from an injury. Sounds like hopefully in December here at some point. They were initially targeting around Christmas Day, but it sounds like it could potentially be earlier. So with Klay Thompson coming back, I mean, I'm sure myself and everyone else included would love to see him back on the NBA court after a few years. So that'd be something really interesting to watch. Draymond Green, you never know when he's going to have a temper tantrum and try to punch someone out. Something worth watching there. So yeah, I mean, both teams are really fun watching. Really competitive teams near the tops of the standings in each of their respective conferences so far.
Okay, now we're gonna kind of discuss whether we think these teams are championship contenders. So I'll go first here. The Bulls, they're not my favorites to win the championship, but if they do end up winning it, I wouldn't be totally surprised because of how deep their team really is when you analyze it. Right, DeRozan, Vucevic, Lonzo, Levine, Caruso. They have some players that are coming back off injury. Most of those players are good defensively. Like they have potential. The Warriors, Bets, I know you're a big Klay Thompson fan. I don't think him coming back will make him relevant for the championship at least. So that's a no from me.
Yeah, so I'll start talking here next. So for the Chicago Bulls, for myself, I mean, I do think they're an interesting team. But when I'm looking at this team, I see them more of those regular season team. They're one of those teams who's young, healthy, competitive for that. But I think once we get to the playoffs, I think they're going to see some challenges, and especially a deep Eastern Conference now when you have teams like the Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee Bucks. I just think those are going to be, teams that are really competitive and difficult for the Bulls to overcome. I just don't see them being at that level currently. Maybe they can prove me wrong, but I just don't see them reaching that championship contender, even getting into the conference finals. Unfortunately, for the Warriors, they have started off the season really strongly. Obviously, they have a history of being competitive and having some championships, but it's been quite a few years since we've seen that. They started off the season really good, but I was looking at the games they've actually played, the teams they've gotten these wins against, and I haven't really seen them play a game and win against a team to me who I really think of as one of those top tier championship contenders. So for the Warriors, I'm saying for now, let's see more. Let's see what they look like when Klay Thompson returns, because I think that's going to be a big factor for their playoff depth and success. But right now, to me, so much of their game revolves around Stephen Curry and what he's able to bring. So I think if that's how they're approaching the playoffs too, I think it's very possible that we just see defensive game plans just based on, okay, let's throw two defenders at Steph Curry and lock him up, and with that, I can see the Warriors getting shut down. So for now, I'm saying no, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'll go next here. I totally agree with Aiden's point. It'll be a good tester to take Steph Curry out of the equation and see how the Warriors team do. Um, again, they need Curry. Again, he's the main entertainment factor, like we mentioned. But going on my own Bulls and Warriors championship contender debate, I do think Bulls are going to make it to the Eastern Conference Final. Here's why. They have a lot of young players with a lot of potential, talented players who've been just kind of thrown around in the league and they ended up together in the Bulls. They have a lot to prove, and I think that's what drives them to do. That's what's been driving them to do so well in the season so far, and that's what's going to keep driving them to get up there and achieve. For the Warriors, they're no they're not new to the finals. They're not new to the playoffs. So I do think they're going to make it to the Western Conference final. But the Western Conference again is a very tough pool to come out of, and they can easily do it given they're healthy, given they're performing well every night. So yeah, I'm not saying they're going to win, but they're going to be up there.
Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, both of these teams do have those chances because they both have talented players. So there's always a chance that we see them really go deep and make some good playoff runs. But yeah,
For sure. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions on this. You got the Bulls or the Warriors, making a run.
yeah, comment down below too who you think's going to win the NBA championship this year. But other than that, thanks for watching the video, everyone.
Pelicans are not an acceptable answer.
Stay safe,
I don't
everyone.
know. Yeah, see you guys.